Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another look back 50 years ago this week ending September 27th, 1975. We're going to look at the Billboard Hot 100 chart, see what's going on this week. This one's a slow week for me as far as the new entries are. I don't really recognize any of them per se as being memorable. Let's take a look here what we've got here. We've got weeks on the chart. Last week, weeks on the chart, this week's position and last week's position right there. Let's see. This one, the Lennon McCartney song, Dear Prudence. Don't remember this. This is, what does that say? Catfish? Don't remember that. I remember, what was in the 80s, there was a remake by Susie and the Banshees, I think. And who else did that in the 60s? What was the name of that group? An organ player in England and then a female singer. But this one don't recognize. Or these other songs, but Mike Curb, him, he did the song for Kelly's Heroes, Burning Bridges. There's Ray Charles, Poco, moving up 9 positions. Stars mean fast movers. There's Mike Post here, he does a lot of music from TV. And here's the little song that could, Mamacita. Last week it got up to 71. Now it's back down to 85. 9 weeks on the chart. This is the last song for the Grassroots. They had a lot of hits in the late 60s, early 70s. And a spoiler, it will be back on the chart next week. And will it keep going down or might it even go up? We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. There's Joan Baez, Diamonds and Rust. I guess this is the big new one for the week. The Way I Want to Touch You, Captain and Tennille. There's ABBA's SOS, moving up to 76. War, Lowrider. Let's move over to the second column. It's Olivia Newton-John, second week on the charts, up to 66, Something Better to Do. There's that 18 with a Bullet. Let's see how high it's going to go. 6 weeks on the chart. It's at number 63, Pete Wingfield. There's the Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen at 58. There's Sky High by Jigsaw, not moving much here in its 5th week. It's James Taylor, 15 weeks on the chart, coming down from 29 to 47. How sweet it is. There's Willie Nelson at 45. There's John Fogerty, 4th week on the charts at 42, rocking all over the world. Eagles' Lying Eyes in its 3rd week. And Tony Orlando and Dawn, 5th week with this song. All right, 34. Let's move over to the first column. It's a theme from Jaws, moving up a little to 32. John Williams. 4 Seasons at number 30. Casey and the Sunshine Band, Get Down Tonight, coming down from 15 to 28. There's Miracles, climbing a little bit for Jefferson Starship to 27. It's Paul Simon. There's Neil Sedaka. There's Austin Roberts with the song Rocky at 24. There's the Osmonds holding at 22. Pointer Sisters, there's America. Daisy Jane just went up 1. So this isn't going to get that high. 11 weeks on the chart, produced by George Martin of Beatles fame. There's the Spinners. There's the song Feelings at number 16. Paul Anka at 15. Earth, Wind, and Fire at 13. Orleans, Dance With Me at 12. Helen Reddy at 11, so now we're in the top 10. Another week at 10 for Feel Like Making Love by Bad Company. Ballroom Blitz at 9 for Sweet. Freddie Fender at 8. Wasted Days, Wasted Nights. And it's Ian at 7, coming down from 3. There's Barry Manilow at 6 for another week. Run Joey Run at 5. Fight the Power at 4. Rhinestone Cowboy was number 2. Now it's at 3 for Glenn Campbell. Fame, last week's number 1 for David Bowie, is at 2. So we got a new number 1, I'm Sorry, by John Denver for September 27th, 1975. And they just have 2 chart-bound songs this week, a James Taylor, Mexico, and then Marshall Tucker Band has a song. If you'd like, you could leave super thanks if you're so inclined. Much appreciated. We'll be back again, another look back 50 years ago next week. Thanks for watching.